Called in to make 2 points. One, I know I'm going to get a lot of kickback on. First, out to Matt. Matt, I watch, and Tim, I watch all you guys' shows. And Matt, you referenced Isaiah Rake quite a few times, so I'm getting off the NIL thing. But when Isaiah Rake left, you said you had two thoughts in your mind, the first one and the second one, and you went to the second one. But I agree with your first thought. I think Rake came here and saw he wasn't going to start. He got here and said, wait a minute, these guys are good. I don't really have a problem with the defensive line. Look what we got coming back. We got Bear. And when I go back and look up all the cut-up tapes, Jaleel Muhammad had a great season. So we got two solid guys coming back. We got Elijah Hughes that gained weight. We got this giant stud, Giant Alexander. We got what's the guy from Texas A&M coming back, and we got Braylon Shelby.
Lucas.
These guys all gained weight. We're going to have the best secondary we ever had. So my first take is that Isaiah Rake thing, I think he got here and saw he wasn't going to start, and I'm not that worried about the defensive line. Now, here's the hot take I think everybody's going to disagree with. I'm worried about our receivers. We do not have a proven core coming back. We always have a proven core coming back. We always have a route runner, an expert route tree runner, always have. Always had a burner. I always had somebody that can take off the top with hands. And these guys are all sophomores coming back. They had a great Holiday Bowl game, but I'm really worried about our receivers. We don't have the same packages as come back, so they're gonna have to prove themselves. So now everybody talk about Zachariah Branch. Yeah, the dude is fast. Yeah, he's a good punt returner, kick returner, but he hasn't showed much in the passing game. Now, and the last thing about the guy saying about our offensive linemen, I disagree. We're going to be huge in the future. We got some big guys, and we just signed that Vicona, and then you guys had Halen Treater on, giant guy, brilliant guy. I mean, he sounds like a pro interview. I mean, that guy is just
absolutely.
A1.
Easiest interview of all
We're
time.
We're going to have to start getting call quarterbacks. Our offensive line is going to be huge in the next 2 years. What do you think? Go ahead and eat me up on the receivers.
Okay, couple things. One, I've been super high on our defense, but I will not say the best secondary ever. I think they're really good. But we've had some pretty damn good secondaries here at USC. But I get your point. I'm hyped. I think it's been the strength of the team without a doubt. Defensive line you brought up. We do have depth, and we do have some young guys. Abasiri, I think you're talking about, from the kid from Minnesota that's coming in. Absolutely massive. Lucas also from A&M. I think we have a lot of depth. Lucas got a lot of accolades for being that versatile guy. A lot of these guys are big, physical, and versatile, can move along that line. So I think it's really built for this defense. But I have to completely disagree with you on the receiver thing. I think maybe I'm hearing you wrong. Maybe you're just saying that they aren't proven. And I'll give you that, because they really, they sat behind guys last year as freshmen. But if you want to talk about that guy, that third down guy, that's gonna be a Taj Washington. I think you saw a little bit up in the Holiday Bowl with Lemon. I think Mekhi Lemon is gonna be that guy. Mekhi Lemon also is deceptively fast. He could take the lid off the defense easily, get past, and that's something that I'm looking forward to seeing from him. Also, Deuce Robinson, for a big guy, he's like a long strider, but when he gets out there, he's outrunning guys as well. So I'm not worried. And you already talked about Zachariah Branch. I don't think that we have much to worry about. And everyone's been hyping now. It's not the cool thing to do anymore. But I mean, wait till the Big Ten gets a look at Jacoby Lane. I mean, I really, the guy has a catch radius the size of the Superdome. I mean, I'm not concerned about our receiving core. What I'm concerned about, and I do think our offensive line is going to be really great at run blocking. I just think with that size, how can they not be? I'm worried about, protection for Miller Moss. I know that you're not going to have to protect him very long. I think he's a very cerebral guy. Before snap, I think he's going to make the right decisions. I think he gets the ball out. I think he's exactly what this Riley offense probably wants right now. But if it's going to be a short season, if Miller Moss can't get protection, or if we have a couple of injuries along that, because we're not, I wouldn't say we're completely deep at tackle. So that's a concern we might have. Matt?
Yeah, and so in terms of receivers, there's a nuance here. These are not the caller makes the point. These are not proven wide receivers. I mean, narrowly, technically, semantically, that's true, because they played basically a bowl game of maybe a little bit more in the case of a few of those receivers. So narrowly, technically, you could say they're not proven, but they showed a lot of potential, right, in the Holiday Bowl. So it's not as though you're going into the season thinking, well, I haven't seen anything from these guys. It's more of just they haven't played. And I just saw Jeff Rodriguez make the point in the chat. I'm angry that these guys weren't playing more during the season. Yes, like Dorian Singer was a bust. Mario Williams was a bust. Why weren't these younger guys getting more playing time? So I'm not worried about the receivers, but like we haven't seen them put together a full season. So that might be really the vantage point or the thought process you're operating on. And narrowly in a small box, that's true. But what we saw in the Holiday Bowl, like there's something there, right? So, last year's receiving core, with the primary exception of Taj Washington, was underperforming. So like these guys, they certainly seem to have a much higher ceiling. So I wouldn't say, okay, these guys have fully established themselves, but it's only because they weren't given much playing time. Given playing time, we should see them be pretty darn good. And as for the offensive line, you're optimistic. Well, I'm the doubting Thomas. We need to see Josh Henson deliver the goods. But I hope you're right. So that's my verdict on the wide receiver and the offensive line units.
Absolutely great call. Nice to hear from alum and fan Bruce. Appreciate you calling in from Mobile, Alabama. So we'd love to hear. Thank you so much for taking the time first to watch the show, but second also just to call in. We really appreciate you and hope you call in again soon. Thank you so much.
Oh, I will.
All right, fight on, Bruce.